Hello and welcome to episode number 68 of the Nintendo Jump Podcast. We are a weekly discussion podcast created for Nintendo gamers by Nintendo gamers. It is the week of October 7th. My name is Daryl, and today I am, as always, joined by my good friend Sergio. How are you, man?
Hey, Daryl. I'm doing rather well. It's been a busy week, but it's been a good week, and, the good games keep coming out.
Yeah, that's going to continue for a little bit. We're getting almost to the end of it, but we're one day away from a game I'm super excited about, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But before that, also with us this week, Kevin, how are you, man?
You know what? I'm doing beyond decent, man. I'm good to go. I got some water, not kombucha. I already had that early this morning. So,
okay, good. I got worried.
Wait, hold on. I could have kombucha right now, but no, I'm good to go, man.
Well, I got worried that you hadn't had kombucha. I mean, you need your daily stock, so yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, I had mint lemonade, which is an awesome flavor. And again, shameless plug, shout out to Brew
God,
Doctor.
I hope they're paying you for this.
Yeah. If you're hearing me right now.
And if they are paying you, dude, hook us up.
Okay. You know what? How are you doing, Daryl?
I'm good. I'm doing all right today. And, today, actually, we have another very, very special guest for the first time ever. It's actually my wife. So, hi, Rebecca. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Thank you guys for having me on.
Nice.
So, yeah, Rebecca is known in our Discord community and online, around on Twitter and such as Beckzilla. So, you guys have talked to her. But, yeah, finally on. So, I always do this. And I'm sorry, I've got to put my wife on the spot, which makes me a little nervous already. But yeah, on the spot. So, Rebecca.
Yes.
First off.
Okay.
What is your favorite Nintendo Switch game?
As a surprise to absolutely nobody, Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
The undisputed correct answer. Hey! Okay. And that's why I married her. Well, that's not, but...
We've been married 8 years. That's not why.
Whoa, dang. That's pretty good.
Yeah, as of a couple days ago. So...
Oh, happy anniversary.
Thanks. So, yeah, we wanted to get her on for something that we're going to talk about in a little bit, and just to introduce her to all of you fine listeners out there. So, without further ado, though, Kevin, what are we talking about this week?
Before I say that, I just want to say welcome, Rebecca, and we're happy to have you.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, and with that being said, we're going to talk about us and Joy-Cons and other things. So that's that was terrible.
Possibly the worst one ever.
Oh, I mean, we could just do it to on the spot. No, but
we're talking about NJP. Oh yeah.
Right,
this is going so well so far. Nice. Okay.
All right. So yeah, basically we're going to talk about us. We have some updates, and we're going to talk about Joy-Cons because they're awesome. And well, most of them are awesome. And we'll see where it goes. Oh, wait. And listener mail. So 3 things: us, Joy-Cons, listener mail. Boom. Okay, so let's get started about us. What's new? I'm going to give it to Daryl and Rebecca on this. What is new with our podcast?
Okay, yeah. So if for those of you who've been following us on Twitter or in our Discord, you've already seen this a little bit, but we actually have some really exciting updates. Really recently, actually, we've decided to do a couple of new things just to, drive as much engagement in our community as possible, and also just to kind of have some fun. So the first one is actually we have started a Game of the Month series. So yeah, starting now, every month, we're going to be focusing on a single game. We will be playing other things, don't worry, guys. But over the course of the month, we'll be focusing with our community on a single game that we decide ahead of time. And then at the end of the month, we'll get together with our listeners on Twitter and Discord and such. We'll do a listener voices episode, or you can also write in your thoughts on the game, and we'll do a community review. So, what we're going to be driving is a lot of people playing these games together, a focused game each month, and also a lot of involvement in actually doing some reviews and just kind of saying, we as a community like this game or whatever it may be. So without further ado, and you know what, Rebecca, for October, what is our game of the month?
Drum roll, please. Thank you very much. Killer Queen Black.
Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Yes.
yeah, it may have been the least surprising game we could have picked, but given how much hype this game is getting in our community, and how much so the reviews are coming out today and they're all extremely positive. Yeah, we're going to be focusing on Killer Queen Black, and by focusing on it, I mean we're going to be playing a lot with our community. We're going to be running some tournaments. Don't exactly know what that format's going to look like yet, but stay tuned, please. And then at the end of the month, we're going to just talk about it and really give a full update. So the question to the room, last week I kind of put you guys on the spot. Kevin, Sergio, you guys still in on this game?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's preloaded, ready to go.
I am
Nice.
235% committed. And I'm also preloaded. I mean, the game's preloaded and good to go. So I'm preloaded, man. I'm preloaded. I'm good to go.
Yeah, I've been preloaded since before we started hyping this so much. So at this point, I've just been like crossing my fingers. I'm hoping that it's good, but it's looking to be good. So yeah, we'll know tomorrow, and I could not be more excited. For the second one, I think I'm going to turn it over to Rebecca. Can you tell us another update that we're doing on our show right now?
Sure. We've actually started a blog, and it's NintendoJump.blogspot.com, and there'll be a lot of cool information out there. I'm compiling all the reviews that have been on the Discord thus far, and also some new stuff, some new reviews, some exposés. So yeah, that's going to be really fun.
Exposés.
Exposés.
Put that
which,
as a hashtag.
which Nintendo characters are dating others? Number 13 will surprise you. Yeah.
Whoa,
It's a dossier on Link.
Yeah, so the cool part about this is actually we have been over the last few months in our Discord generating a bunch of reviews actually from our community. Like people who are playing games, including us, have been writing reviews on them as we go. And yeah, we've decided, with people's permissions, to actually throw them up on a website for the ones that have already been published and the ones going forward. So if you do fancy yourself a writer and want to be involved, we are accepting reviews and editorials and such. Just the easiest way to start would be to throw us an email at NintendoJumpPodcast@gmail.com with whatever you want to do, and we'll definitely talk with you guys. So yeah, game of the month, new website. I'm excited. What do you guys think?
It's great, and it's nice to have like an actual website to be able to house things like the reviews. I think it's awesome, and Rebecca's has been doing a great job with it so far, and like just getting us more exposed with different forms of media. I mean, this is one of them, and I think it's going to be great, and especially the game of the month too. Like getting more of our community involved, and with a game that we can all play and have joy. Whether we win or lose together. And just it's gonna be great, and I mean I'm excited about Killer Queen Black too. It's I've said it before many times. I have not been playing multiplayer games for a hot minute. I'm gonna get back into it. I'm feeling great, man. It's gonna be dope, and I am so excited. Like this is it'll be what a way to start this fall. So pretty excited about that. What about you, Sergio? What do you think?
Yeah, I think my favorite aspect of the game of the month is the community aspect of it. How united we're all gonna be. We're gonna be playing the game together, learning it, getting better at it, and that's really what's exciting to me about this. So really looking forward to that. Definitely with Killer Queen Black, and then the months to follow. It's just gonna be cool to have like a different point of view each month, depending
Mhm.
on the game that we pick. So it's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't want to spoil anything right now, but I dare say next month's, maybe it'll have something to do with a haunted mansion. You never know. So, and
Ooh.
we'll just go as we get into it. As there are big releases, those will probably show up in this series. As there are months that are kind of dead, maybe we look back at a Super Nintendo game or something, and just focus on individual games. I think for the next few months, there's a few big releases that are going to kind of take this over. But after that, if you have suggestions, you want to see a game become our game of the month, just hit us up, and yeah, we'll definitely try to fit those in as we go. So I think that is probably it for our updates. Just please do follow us along on Twitter, and if you have not already, please join our Discord. There are links on our Twitter. It's at NintendoJump. There's links to our Discord. We'll post a lot of information about it as we go. So, please follow along with us. It should be a lot of fun. But with all that said, Kevin, you had something to talk about.
Hell yeah, dude. Man, oh man. So I thought about it, left, right, up, down, in all different directions. I thought about it in my mind, and I finally caved in.
Oh,
I got the Switch Lite. No, I'm just kidding. I did not. Yo, y'all think I did, but I said I didn't. I like I said before, not getting it. I keep saying that, but what I do have though are these awesome, and I do mean with the awe, these neon purple, neon orange Joy-Cons. I caved in last Sunday.
Nice.
And, yeah, thanks. It's granted that, I already had a couple pairs of Joy-Cons. One of them did have the drifting issue, which we can talk about later. But these I have it in my hands right now, and it is like literally 6 inches away from my face. And you know what?
Don't eat your Joy-Cons, Kevin.
Oh,
I know they look like it, but don't. They're not candy, man.
You know what, man? It has the theme of Halloween, though. So, but no, I'm not gonna eat. I don't know anybody who would eat Joy-Cons or even like lick Joy-Cons like licking like the Switch cartridges. There's no way. But okay, all right. I'm literally gushing over these because they look really nice. It's it's like the original matte finish that you usually have with the the other Joy-Cons, like the neon red and neon blue and the regular gray from launch of March 2017. I think it's March 3rd. Might be wrong. And oh right, as Daryl mentioned from before, there is a specific number that you were looking for, right? In terms of like the version of the Joy-Con number, right?
Yeah, so I was curious. If you didn't know, Joy-Cons actually have a model number associated with them. The main number is the same, but there's a C number at the end that changes with new revisions. And I was just curious, Kevin, brand new Joy-Cons directly out of the box, the newest design you could get. What's the C number?
As they say, 3 times the charm. It's C3, so it's C3 on both of them, and I believe it is the newest version, right?
Yeah,
C3.
so all
Okay.
that actually is like a casing design, which is a little bit different than the older versions. This is, just for the record, this is the same version that actually came with the Switch version 2. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know that we have too much data on the drifting issue or not, but it's just kind of interesting to get like the brand newest and just see how it goes, And yeah, new Joy-Cons feel awesome.
Oh man, like you wouldn't believe. I remember it seems like a long time ago, but it wasn't. So the first game I played, actually, I'm gonna have you guys guess. What is the first game that I played with these Joy-Cons? And I'll give you a hint. It is a game on SNES Online.
oh,
Mm.
wait. Okay, I'm gonna guess tennis.
No. That's a good try.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Super Mario Kart.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's the game.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I know my
Yo.
co-host.
Yo, very very good.
A weaker person would have said F-Zero there, but
Right.
no,
Oh,
I'm not.
well, I was about to, but I didn't. Yeah, man, Super Mario Kart, had to test these out. They feel great. They look great. It reminds me of Wario. It reminds me of Halloween. it reminds me of something else that I can't even think about right now. But no, they're great. I really like the purple, especially. I mean, it's not really purple though. It's not even violet. It's like kind of like magenta-ish, sort of.
Oh, that's it exactly. It kind of reminds me of the GameCube controllers too, especially. I mean, the orange is the spice, of course, but yeah, the purple is different.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, and like I'm looking at our Blogspot website right now, and the background is purple. That is clearly a purple color. That is not the same color as it is on the Nintendo. I mean, the neon purple Joy-Cons. So,
well, ironically, that is the color of the GameCube purple. So
that's true. And oh man, I wish I had my GameCube controller. It's still back with my family. But
so here's what you do.
Okay,
you go on eBay. You buy a game. Never mind. I'm not doing that again.
Well, actually, I still have my GameCube, but it has not been touched in a long time. So I just have to get, that F-Zero GX game right. No, you know what? That'll be for another day. Anyway, so so far I really like Joy-Cons. For me, in my situation, I had some Best Buy store credit, and I paid the difference to get these Joy-Cons. And yeah, they're great, like I said before. And yeah, I don't know what else to say about them. They just look really nice.
So I got a question.
Okay.
With the new Joy-Con, what would you say is your favorite Joy-Con color? Period. Is it one of these, or are you still partial to like the neon red, blue? What do you think?
Oh, Daryl, that's a good question. In my lifetime, I have played around with neon purple, neon orange.
Your lifetime for the past 3 years. Yeah.
My lifetime, that's right. Gotta make it sound like it's been a long time. So, okay, so the purple, orange, the Splatoon colors, green, pink, the ice blue. Custom casing Joy-Cons.
Dude, there's no 60-40 splits here. Just pick one.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm
putting you on the spot. You got to pick one.
Okay, fine. So with all that being said, man, I have to say I really like the neon orange.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's my favorite right now. It's, and the thing is like, it's not exactly true orange. It's a bit lighter than orange. It looks like mango. I think that's why I like it.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, this is off tangent, obviously. Recently, when I went to Costco, I've been craving dried mango. So, when I got these Joy-Cons, the next day I was like, yo, I'm going to get some dried mango because, we had some at work. I've been eating them every now and then. I went to Costco, bought 2 bags, went home, and just ate it as a snack. And dried mango Joy-Con. There you go. That's the name of the Joy-Con. Dried mango Joy-Con.
You know what goes great with mango?
No.
Nice fresh durian. Sergio,
I don't know what that is.
What would you say is your what would you say is your favorite Joy-Con color?
I don't have it, but I want the purple one.
Okay. Fair enough.
Nice.
So when are you gonna buy it?
No, I'm good. I have too many Joy-Con as it is.
Oh, you can't have too many Joy-Con. I mean, you're playing handheld for the first time ever, so
That's true.
Oh.
I love
it. I mean, those things have a shelf life. You got to get more of them. Okay, I'm moving on. Rebecca, what is your favorite Joy-Con color?
If I could double up, I would agree with Sergio, the purple. I really like that, but since I can't, I really like them being very symmetrical, so I'm going to go with the electric blue.
Nice. That's a good one. Ooh.
Okay, moving on. No, I'm kidding.
Wait. What's your favorite Joy-Con?
So my favorite is kind of a weird one, but I'm really a fan of the Splatoon green color. So
nice.
I only have one side of it, but I really do like the green. So yeah, that's it.
Green
cool.
is a great color.
Well, I'm glad you picked those up. Keep us posted. When they start dying. No, I'm kidding.
Wait, hold on. Well,
hopefully they don't.
Can we talk about this real quick about the temporary Joy-Con drifting issue The fix for it?
Absolutely. So we have
Yeah.
discovered how to fix drifting Joy-Cons, and it does not require a contact cleaner.
It does not. Actually, what you can do is you can use the Find Your Joy-Con functionality on your Nintendo Switch. And what you would do is, well, obviously shout out to Daryl for finding the Reddit article that talks about this.
Yeah.
So, thank you. And basically, you activate that functionality, and then your Joy-Con will vibrate. So, in my case, one of my left Joy-Cons, I had it vibrate for about 10 minutes, give or take, and I would slowly just move the analog very slowly up, down, left, right, whatever, and apparently this method is able to, was it like I guess get the particles out of the analog? I don't know the technical details of it.
Yeah, so
yeah.
as far as we know, drifting is caused by a component wearing down in the joystick of the
Right.
Joy-Con a little bit, causing a dust that covers the contacts and starts messing up their contact, I should say. So the idea is that the contacts are covered with some sort of dust, and the thought of vibrating the Joy-Cons while moving the control stick to get the dust out of there actually makes a lot of sense, and apparently it works. So that's crazy.
Yes, it did. And after 10 minutes of doing that, I started using it again. I did the calibration thing with it, and yeah, it just did not drift again. So I'm going to knock on wood, hoping that it doesn't happen again. If it does, then I'll do the same method. So
Yeah.
just for insurance, though, I did buy the WD-40 electric contact cleaner. Shout out to Shy Guy for letting me know about that. So double insurance, good to go.
All right.
That's all I got.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I'm jealous of those Joy-Con. Anyways,
No.
I think it's time for listener mail. What do you guys think?
Yeah, sounds pretty good.
All
Hell
right.
yeah.
Sergio, you want to ask the first question? Just whichever one you want, because it turns out we have like dozens of these right now.
Yes, we have our first question, listener mail for this week by Big Shot. And he asked, what's been the most disappointing game for you so far this year? And honestly, well, first of all, I beat in 2 games this year, sadly. And I haven't bought that many, thankfully, and I kind of want to say that all the ones I have are pretty good, except one. And
Oh no.
it is...
Uh-oh.
I got it on sale. I think it was around $6-8. Definitely no more than 10. It is a Switch game called Yono and the Celestial Elephant. Can anyone ask me if they should buy this game?
Should
we
you
buy
buy
this
this game?
Yo, no.
Oh, that's fair enough.
That was
That's-
more fun than the game, trust me.
Well, see, that's kind of disappointing, at least for me, because that game kind of looked interesting, like an elephant Zelda game, a Zelda game.
And you know what's even worse? I heard good things, and I do not agree with what I heard at all. It's pretty slow. I mean, you can tell that it could be good, like you said, but it's just not there, and it's disappointing overall.
Ah, that's
Oh,
sad.
man. Well, it does not have the NJP seal of approval.
All right. I guess I'll jump in. This is a hard question,
Mhm.
actually, and because I actually haven't been. I'll say I haven't been disappointed in too many games on Switch. Period. But I got to pick one. So the one that's closest to this, and I am so sorry. The one that's closest to this is Final Fantasy IX, actually. So yeah, I am.
My heart just sank.
I know.
Oh, man.
So for whatever reason, man, I couldn't get into that game. I tried multiple times. It's still on my Switch because it's digital and I can't ever throw it away. But I don't know. I tried a bunch of times and it just fell into that weird RPG. Do I like RPGs segment? And never came back out. So that's about the closest for me, unfortunately.
All good.
Kevin's morale has gone to 0.
Oh, no. Not Final Fantasy 9. That's okay.
What about you, Kevin?
Man, okay. You know what? For me, the most disappointing game so far for me, gosh, it's gotta be. You know what? I can't.
I'm trying to think if I've recommended a game to you so you could just like stab
Yeah,
me.
right.
No. No, it's not.
It's not out yet, but it's Crystal Chronicles.
No,
Yeah,
you know
that's
what?
exactly what I'm expecting.
And I'm apologize in advance. Owlboy has been disappointing to me. I could not get into it.
Oh.
I don't know why. Like, I understand that, it's this brilliant adventure where you're this person or Owlboy, and for some reason being able to just have infinite jumps and just being able to I mean, I don't know, it's just something about it feels off.
I'll say you're not alone there.
Yeah, I
I've
don't
heard a
know.
lot of weird talk about that game. Like, it's pretty, but I've heard people shy towards the it's boring conversation, and
Yeah.
that's not where you want that game to be. So
No, and even what, the title sounds really cool too, like Owlboy. I mean, like, it's just, or maybe I'm just lying to myself, but it's just not that great. And for those who are fans of the game, excuse me for saying that, but not that great.
all right, Beck.
Here we go.
What's your most disappointing game of the year?
So I don't have one.
Boo.
Hold on. This comes back around.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. I benefit from in-house testing. So everything that comes to me, unless I've played it before, like Spyro or Crash or something like that, goes through Daryl first. He plays the new games first. So he kind of knows, a dog gets hurt in this, don't play it, or something like that, because that's devastating. So I honestly don't have one. It's a banner year. It's great.
Well, that's a great answer.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice. And that tells you how awesome the Switch is, because there's so many good games out there. It's hard to pick one that's bad.
It's true.
Mhm.
Yeah, especially like this year. We talked about it early on. We talked about this year maybe being like a surprisingly good year. Oh yeah, it's been awesome. Okay, next question. Rebecca, you want to take one?
Sure. All right. I have a salty answer for this one. So, Shell Shock says, if you could wipe a game out of existence, what would it be and why? And my answer is Bayonetta, because she needs some clothes. She needs clothes. She bugs
She
me.
has clothes. It's just
I
her
mean,
hair.
Wow, I did not expect that. Ooh. Yeah. Dang.
Take her to Old Navy. Get her some jeans.
Jeans are great to wear. I'm sure she would benefit. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's just jeans. Okay. Yeah, so what about you, Daryl? If you could wipe a game out of existence, what would it be and why?
Well, see, I got a question about this question. Why are we doing this? Like, do we have to wipe a game out of existence? Because honestly, I would just kind of let people's work be, I think. I don't like.
Well,
that's
now
the-
I just feel bad.
Yeah.
No, yeah. I mean, but that's what makes it fun. It's gotta be juicy. It's gotta.
Okay, so you're
There's gotta be
saying
some
I have
tension.
to save mankind. I have to wipe a game out of existence.
There
Say
you go.
Bayonetta.
I'm not saying Bayonetta. I haven't ever actually played Bayonetta, but
Very partial to Bayonetta, by the way,
Hmm.
because she has guns on her feet. It's pretty cool. That's all I have to say.
You know what? I think I'm going to if I have to wipe a game out of existence. And I'm not going to pick a stupid little game. No, I'm going to pick a gigantic game to wipe out of existence. And
Oh no.
I'm going to pick the one that I just don't think helps gaming. And, I got to go with Call of Duty. So there you go. Call of Duty is
man.
gone.
Gosh, that's strike two.
Gone.
I can't.
I know.
My heart.
Kevin's morale is at -4.
Oh man. No, it's okay. You know what?
I love you, Kevin. You know I do.
Me too. Okay.
Well, just think about it. If you hadn't had Call of Duty, you would have found like a better game to play with your friends.
Wait.
in-
Oh no! Don't. I can't. I respectfully disagree. I can't. Call of Duty has brought some memories in my life that have been great, but understandable. Call of Duty. I understand. I get it.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Kevin, what's yours?
Oh man, one game out of existence. Oh gosh. Okay. If I can wipe out one game, man, edit break. I can't think of one right now.
All right, Sergio, what's yours?
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, it is not Skyward Sword. I thought about it.
Okay.
It is not Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. It is not. That was tempting
Okay.
too. It's actually gonna be Mario vs. Donkey Kong 2 March of the Minis.
Really?
Whoa.
Okay.
Yes. So this was a Nintendo DS game, and the reason for me wanting to erase it from history is because I have a good feeling that if we never got that game, which is more of a Lemmings type puzzle game, then maybe we could have had more regular Mario vs. Donkey Kong games like the classic Donkey Kong 94 on the Game Boy, which is amazing. Instead, Nintendo went with something that's a little more, like I said, like Lemmings. It's fun, but like you play 3 levels and you have your fill. And Nintendo has made like 5, 6, 7 of those games throughout many systems. And instead, we could have been playing classic platformers, but no. So I'm picking that game. Get out of my life and everyone's life.
You know what, Sergio? You have the right idea here. And so I'm going to change my answer. I know I'm going to bring back Call of Duty into existence begrudgingly.
Minus strike one.
Begrudgingly, it's back in existence.
Oh,
and
man.
I'm going to wipe Paper Mario Sticker Star for the
That's a
exact
great
same
one.
reason.
I clap for you. Thank
The
you.
exact same reason. Because that was the downfall of Paper Mario right there.
Yes.
So, yep, it's gone.
Perfect.
All right,
Thank
Kevin,
you for that.
no more stalling.
I got one.
Okay.
Any version of Football Manager. Okay. Okay. You know what?
Really?
I played Football Manager 2011, and I wasted 65 hours. I mean, as much as it was awesome of just being a manager of a football team or soccer team, I could have used that for actually playing FIFA. And you know what? Why I do that?
Why actually play the soccer game if you can just like play the game where you tell the soccer players what to do?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. And also, FIFA, they actually have the manager mode, so I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, I was watching my players play in this lower graphical output of a game. It just didn't look that great. I mean, well, obviously, the interface of like being a manager was good. It was actually not terrible, but I mean, just didn't work, and 65 hours just down the drain. So I would eliminate that.
Okay, fair enough. All right, Kevin, it's your question.
Ooh, okay. All right. So, Cube asked, what class/job would you be in an RPG, be it tactical or classic, fantasy or sci-fi? Yeah. Sergio, what would you be?
I don't know the class, but I can tell you that I would have a sword. I'm debating between regular sword or lightsaber. No, what am I saying? Of course, a lightsaber. So sci-fi.
so your RPG class is gonna be Jedi.
Yeah,
Okay.
that works.
Nice.
I mean, technically, I don't think you're wrong. I think that is like okay, fair enough. All right. I think for me, Kane was like the coolest character in Final Fantasy IV. I think I got to go with Dragoon. I think that's the right answer.
Dragoon is good.
You can jump super high and come down with a spear. Oh yeah, I think Dragoon. Yep.
Rebecca, what would your class be?
Definitely a mage. Just call me Hermione.
Ooh, there we go.
Okay. We got a pretty good party going right here. We got a Jedi, a Dragoon, and a Mage. So, Kevin, round us out.
Man, you know what? Y'all know what my answer's gonna be.
Are you gonna say Gentleman Thief?
You know what? Just well,
Dude,
hold on.
I'm gonna
No, not a gentleman thief, just a thief. Okay, it doesn't gotta be gentleman. Okay, like all gloves are off. Okay, like I'm ready to go. And you know what? Okay. Just hear me out. Here's a scoop. I can unlock chests really easily, like a Fire Emblem. You know, I'm fast. I got the knives. You know, I can. I got speed. Same thing as fast, I guess. But you know, just
I got speed.
I got
and
speed.
fast and quickness and agility and dexterity. I mean, I'm just all good.
All around. Yeah, but I'll be a thief. I was gonna say Dragoon because I do like Freya from Final Fantasy IX, but I gotta go back to my roots. Excuse me. I was never a thief to begin with, but I do.
Wait.
Hold on. I didn't mean it that way.
We're getting into your origin story here for a little bit.
I mean,
in a world that wasn't ever kind to the small boy. Am I close?
Yeah, you are. But I just want to say, I am in real life. I am not a thief. Okay, but you know, I do like to be. I do like to be one.
I am no longer a thief.
I'm no longer a thief. I do like to be one. In the fictional world. In the fictional world, okay? So there you go. That's my answer.
Therian, essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
Shout out to Octopath Traveler. Except you know, I wouldn't get caught, you know, in the first place during that the first mission. Sorry, Therian. No, but okay, that's my answer.
like Therian, but actually good.
Yeah. Pretty much.
What you just said. All right, I'm gonna go to the next question. There's some stuff we need to explore, but I think we're gonna need a whole episode on this one. So, my question is, actually, it's Napping Rat's question. What Switch game that has already been released has been your biggest unexpected happy surprise thus far? So, Rebecca.
So, I was a little bit disappointed by the Crash Bandicoot remaster. A little bit.
Me too.
I grew up playing that and I loved it, but it wasn't what I wanted. However, Spyro's remaster is incredible. It's beautiful. The music is perfect. I love it. It's great.
Nice.
I actually I got that game, and it's one of those games I might play, but like I'm probably not gonna play it. But I get to hear the music and see it, and yeah, it's awesome. It's great. All right, Sergio, what do you think? Biggest unexpected surprise?
Can you come back to me? I'm thinking about it.
I guess. Okay, Kevin, you're on the spot.
On the spot. You know what? This one's the easy one for me. I gotta say, and this could be my game of the year, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Oh my god.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? I did not expect to be... Well, because first of all, I actually finished the game, like one playthrough, which I didn't expect to do. Because I thought that I would have been burned out. I thought I was tired of the game. But I persevered, and I finished one playthrough of the Golden Deer. Man, I am so like... Oh gosh, just... 86 hours just like flew by, and I loved it. Like, man, and you know, for some stupid reason, I would play the same house again, but in hard mode. But I'm not doing that because I should play the other ones. You know, I liked it so much that I just ordered a necklace from this one Etsy shop. It's like this. Kind of like it has like this deer and like a golden thingamabobber. I don't know how to call it. I just can't think. It's like the small jewel thing. It's not,
it's like a gem, a gemstone. Yeah,
that's exactly okay, man. Why I can't think of words right now. Yeah, so I'm really excited, and man, like I'm gonna wear it with pride because Golden Deer is my favorite, man. So I did not expect to have so much fun with this game, and like I said before, I didn't expect to finish it. I was like, oh, well, you know, maybe I'll just be like one of the, the other RPGs I have this year. But yeah, man. And I'm excited for hard mode and Lunatic and, new content.
It's maddening mode.
Oh, there's Manny mode. Oh, ooh, excuse me, Manny mode. And next year in April they'll have more content, so I'm looking forward to that. That's it.
I actually just started playing it this week. I've got probably about 3 hours in it. I'm a Black Eagle, represent.
Nice.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I told you she has good taste.
There we go.
I was in between Black Eagles and Blue Lions. Sorry to my sister who really would have liked me to be a Blue Lion, but yeah, I had to have Dorothea right away. And I'm loving it so far. I think it's wonderful. I like the music, the art style. I can see plugging in a lot of hours into this.
Well, that's a good thing because there's a lot of hours here.
Seemingly so.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a great game, and it's just taking it by storm. Like oh gosh, like anyway, I'm done gushing over it.
Sergio, no more stalling.
I got it. It is. I'm going with Katana Zero.
Oh, okay.
And the cool part about this game is that it kind of got announced out of nowhere, but when they announced it, I could tell that I was going to enjoy it. So, in a way, it still was surprising because, like I said, it got announced pretty much out of nowhere on an Indies Direct. But it's a hack and slash platformer, and it's a sign of a really good game when you finish it, and you kind of wish you hadn't because it's really good. The music is great. The story gets very, very crazy out there, but I kind of liked it, and the gameplay is very addictive. It's a lot of fun.
Nice. Yeah, I have considered picking it up once or twice before I smacked myself and said, no, you don't need any more games right now. But yeah, it looks awesome. So that's cool.
Nice.
And then for me, there's a few games that would fit into this, but I don't really want to talk about anything I've already talked about. So just really briefly mention Celeste would be here, obviously, and Death Road to Canada would actually be here. But again, don't really want to go into them because I have talked about them quite a bit. So I'm going to go all the way back to the Switch launch. And I am going to say Zelda Breath. No, I'm kidding. There was nothing surprising about So I'm going to go with Has Been Heroes. So the strange strategy game that got really mixed reviews because it was actually pretty hard at launch. They have patched it to make it a little bit easier. I actually haven't played it since the patch, so I'm talking about hard mode. Has Been Heroes. This was the developer of Trine, which Trine 4 just came out on Switch, and it's fantastic. But yeah, I loved it. I really, really liked it. And especially given the other, I thought I would, based on, what I knew when it was coming out. But then seeing the actual reception of it, I just I was like, I believe in this game. I'm going to try it anyway. And yeah, if I'm to it, it's among my favorite Switch games. It's, it's not in my top 10 or something like that, but I did really like it. So I know the game got some hate, but I think that was totally undeserved.
You know what? I should look into that game again because I've heard quite a bit about it around that time. It's like, man, but then I was into some other games. Well, Breath of the Wild for a little bit, and Fast RMX, which is okay.
Yeah, Fast RMX would have been a good candidate for most disappointing game if it had been released this year, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
So. Okay, so I think we've done a circle. So Sergio, I think we're back to you.
Cool. I like this question by Cube, and he asked us, what would you like the next Nintendo crossover to be? Like Mario and Rabbids, or Starlink, or Cadence of Hyrule? So I would want Way Forward to work on a Nintendo franchise, and most likely I would want them to work on a 2D Metroid game. I feel like they could really make something very magical with that.
Okay.
They have a lot of experience with platformers. They make really good ones. And, Metroid is it could really benefit from what Way Forward can offer. And I'm sure they would work really well with Nintendo. They seem like two companies that have very similar mentalities as for the quality of their games. So, man, I think that would be a really good Metroid game.
Okay.
Yeah, man, gosh, that reminds me. I need to get more into Metroid. I have not played a Metroid game in a long time, so I mean that would be pretty awesome.
All right, so here's what I'm kidding.
Okay.
So this is the question that I actually need some time on. So somebody else jump in.
Well, mixing one of my favorites with one of Sergio's favorites, or Sergio's favorite, I should say. I want the Pikmin to help me in Animal Crossing with gardening.
Oh.
I think-
Ooh.
I actually love that.
Oh.
Like, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. What do you think, Serge?
Oh, that's amazing. I love it.
I think it would be very helpful and very cute.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'll be a big hit, man.
How about you, Kevin?
Oof. Okay. All right, man. You know what? Okay. Parappa the Rapper. Okay. From the
Nice.
Okay.
Good start.
Now the second part, I'm not sure, but
Literally anybody else.
any Nintendo character. It could be Link. It could be Mario. Oh, I got it. A Mario rapping game, and Parappa the Rapper is like, he's like leading the charge.
Dude, Kevin, did you just? Are you literally pitching a rapping game with two mostly silent protagonists?
Absolutely.
Like what is this? Like hoo ha a wahoo hoo ha. Like what are we doing right now?
You can rhyme those words, man. Like, but yeah, I mean, Parappa the Rapper. Oh yeah, Link. I mean, if you were able to talk, I'm sure he would have things to say. But yeah, I mean, he could rap in just the sounds that he makes, like what as you've done, sword swings or stuff of the like.
God.
But yeah, Parappa the Rapper with. Okay, I'll say it right now. Parappa the Rapper Mario. I think that would be great, and I would buy the game 5 times, and I will give away 4 copies, and they will all be physical, and I will get them signed.
Okay, I would totally play The Legend of Parappa. I really would.
Yes,
Totally would. What is that? Okay. I'm just gonna go. So each of the things that was brought up in the original question were times that Nintendo characters went into games that are not their genre. So Mario and Rabbids was not a Mario game. It was a strategy game. Starlink was not a Star Fox game. And, Cadence was kind of a Zelda game, but not really. So I'm going to go... Actually, this is going to be kind of an eye roll, but I want to see Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles cross Fire Emblem.
Oh,
I want to see Fire Emblem characters that you actually control in kind of an action RPG style. Think like Diablo with Fire Emblem, not like Fire Emblem Warriors, but a game with a lot of substance and an epic story. I think you could do a lot with that. Hey, that's not really firing shots. Everybody kind of knows that about Warriors.
Yeah, I know. I mean, well,
And no permadeath, right?
No, absolutely permadeath. If you die once, no, that character's gone.
Right. That's how we play.
So, Sergio, whatever you do not play as Annette. Do not.
Uh-oh.
Poor Annette.
All right. I think the only way to save this is go to the next question. Beck, what do you got?
I really like this one from Dragon. He says, in this fall of way too many games, do you mind juggling several games at once, or do you prefer to have a primary focus game at a time? If you juggle multiple games, do you have a criteria about the kind of games you like to juggle simultaneously? What are your gaming habits like in this respect? And for me, I juggle tons of games at once because I plug a lot of hours into everything that I play. However, Daryl's about to say something snarky. Right now, it's kind of rare for me because I'm playing 2 RPGs at once. Fire Emblem Three Houses and Octopath. And I usually don't do that.
Whoa.
I can play a lot of action-adventure, but not RPG. But, I mean, when you're playing 2 of the best games ever and they just happen to be RPGs, it works out.
Ooh, yeah. I mean,
you're not wrong.
Yeah, those are good candidates for sure. Great candidates. I mean, man.
Okay, so I can just answer this one. I juggle games like crazy, and I kind of just always have I'll start the Switch and just pick whatever game looks interesting to me when I want to play it, and that's it. So whether that's jumping into Rocket League, or as of tomorrow, Killer Queen, hopefully, or going over to Smash Brothers, or playing Dragon Quest, or whatever. That's just how I do. Now, when a game dies for me, like when I'm like, I just don't get into this game, that's when I never ever want to load it. And that's how it happens. So yeah, I've always been one to juggle a lot of games. Just that's kind of my nature.
Nice.
No, that's pretty admirable. I mean, I wish you could do that, but for me, for this year especially, granted, in previous years with the Switch, I would just play as much as I can, a lot of multiplayer. But this year, I've been relatively limiting my just the games that I've been playing. It would typically be 2 single player games, and now soon to be 1 multiplayer game. So I'm gonna be playing Killer Queen Black with y'all, which is my multiplayer. It's gonna have my multiplayer fix, and then obviously with Fire Emblem, just finished the first playthrough, and then my next 1 or 2 will be Astral Chain and The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. And so those will be my 2.
Those are pretty similar games. Yeah,
they're
I can see it.
They're very similar. Yeah, honestly. I mean, they they both have the letter A in them. Okay, I don't know.
Technically true.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, no one else will say that, but commonality. So yeah, I'm a lot more limited in terms of juggling several games at once. It's just because of just what's been going on in my life, like other things and hobbies. But I still have video games up there as top priority. But I spend more time with fewer games. That's all I gotta say about that. Yeah.
Nice. Well, for me, it's rare when I'm playing a lot of games at once. And recently, I tried. I was playing Ori and the Blind Forest, Untitled Goose Game, Zelda: Link's Awakening, and even Freedom Finger. And
yeah, I almost don't know you anymore. This is crazy.
Whoa, what happened to Rocket League, guy?
Oh, and of course Rocket League. Yeah, that's a mainstay. But then one of these days, I played Ori and magical things happen, and now that's all I want to play. So I kind of back to 1, maybe 2 single player games. I know I still want to go back to Zelda recently, pretty soon. But for sure, Rocket League, and then whatever game comes up with the community. Like if some people want to play Splatoon 2, or very soon Killer Queen Black, I'm there for sure. So I prefer to keep a few games at a time, and then once I beat one of those few, then start something else. I feel like that works better for me, and I actually end up playing more that way. So I need to do that again.
Nice.
That's awesome. All right, Kevin, I think it's your question.
Yeah, man. So, my question is by Big Shot. I've always wanted to do that. Shout out to Big Shot.
How much? Sure, you have done that.
I have.
So...
Oh, okay. Which episode though? I don't know. I don't remember. But
all of the episodes. I don't know. Just go ahead.
Okay. All right. How much research do you put into a game before buying it? Do you watch gameplay, or do you avoid spoiling anything from watching videos? Ooh, man. You know what? I'll start first. Depends on the game, okay? If it's like Killer Queen Black, I watch a little bit, like maybe like how to play Killer Queen Black, and just try not to spoil it too much. I mean, just because I just want to discover like different like tactics and ways to play. I mean, I think at the baseline, I do want to know how, learn how to play the game and through tutorial videos and stuff. If it's like an RPG, I like Fire Emblem or like Octopath. I try to stay away from watching the trailers because I want to be as much surprised as possible. But for a lot of games, I do read reviews. I do read reviews from the Kotaku, Eurogamer, which is my all-time favorite. Shout out to Eurogamer. And, some IGN, some GameSpot, Destructoid, Polygon, Nintendo Life. So, yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all of them.
yeah, it's all well.
And
giant bomb.
now NintendoJump.blogspot.com,
That's
where
right.
you can come for all the best reviews. I hope
Facts.
it kind of depends on you guys, meaning our listeners. So don't let me down, guys, please. So yeah, I mean, this is kind of an interesting one for me because I naturally just research a lot. Like you say, you're kind of going into Killer Queen. Oh, I don't want to know too much. Meanwhile, I know literally like as after the fiasco that was last week. No, I know everything about
Nice.
that game. Like, I know all the warrior types and everything that you can do, and I cannot wait to play it. So for competitive games like that, yeah, I'll look into games a lot. I don't try to spoil any story stuff. Like I'm purposely avoiding everything Luigi at this point, just because a lot of that game's charm is going to be in these sequences that they are showing off for the game now. And I'm like, I'll just wait because I'm gonna get it. I've got it pre-ordered twice over, so I'm going to buy this game. So I don't really need to be convinced to buy it anymore.
Right.
So, but for something like Super Smash Brothers, I want to know who all the characters are before the game comes out. So I don't have a problem with leaks or anything like that. So it just kind of depends. But in general, I research a lot before I start spending money on anything.
Nice. For me, it's kind of easy because I just go for gameplay footage. I really dislike it when a game gets announced and there's a very cinematic trailer and it looks like the flashiest, most crazy game and you don't see any gameplay. It's like, what's the point? I'm not interested until I see actual gameplay. I mean, that even happened with something like the remake of Final Fantasy VII. We gotta see gameplay first before we get really excited because what if it doesn't look fun? But gladly it does. But yeah, I just need to see gameplay footage. With the exception of an RPG. I gotta see gameplay and then just learn a little bit about the story, like what it's about. If it's interesting enough, I'm good with that. But for games that don't have a lot of story per se, I just need to watch some gameplay, and with that, I can tell if I'm interested or not. After that, I don't even need to read reviews or anything. Just show me gameplay, and I'm good from there.
That makes a lot of sense after our Fire Emblem discussion.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember like the first
that was
one
the
video.
that was the guys calm down episode. Yeah.
I don't like to research games that much. I like to see the trailer and go with my gut there because I don't like things to be spoiled ever. Books, movies, video games especially. So yeah, I'd rather just stray away from all of that.
Yeah, sometimes it's good to just go in cold because then you set like low expectations and then and it just makes it for a better experience. There are certain like movies or shows that I do that with, but yeah, I mean that's a good way to go.
I think it's just more organic that way. I get to enjoy it a bit better.
I mean, yeah, that's very fair. It is kind of ironic that the most researcher and the least researcher are kind of married to each other, but hey.
Only kind of married.
Only kind of married. All right, so it's I'm gonna take a hard turn at this one. It's my question. So from Shy Guy, long term, do you feel it would have been best that Nintendo stayed out of mobile gaming? Wow. You now have a company that was known as being gamer and family friendly, using the same predatory financial practices as all other mobile games. Do you think this can be a gateway until gacha and other microtransactions seep their way into mainline Nintendo games? Or is Nintendo just trying to make a buck and it's probably no big deal?
Man. I'm gonna wait until to load. You guys go first.
It's tough. It's tempting to say hopefully they hadn't. But you know what? I'm gonna say it's a good thing that they do in the sense of their mainline console games. They might have ideas. I guess I'm specifically referring to something like Animal Crossing. They have ideas that they try on the mobile game. some work, some clearly don't, and the community complains, rightfully so, and Nintendo changes things, and they know what to do in the console games and what not to do, which is equally important. So, with that aspect, I think it's better to try these crazy things and not so popular ways to make money on the mobile side, which is, sad to say, but it's where that kind of stuff happens. I'd rather have it stay there than on something like the Switch.
Hmm. That's fair. I mean, and it also depends on how they do it too. Like, personally, for me, I think they should stay in mobile gaming, but do it in a different way where you're not you know you're not just having microtransactions in the game, but more so just have like a small fee, like maybe $1.99 for a game, and then that's all you have to pay, and then you play. I mean, that's it. Like, I think that I think it obviously business wise, it's not the smartest thing to do, but I think for your fans, I mean, you're still gonna make some money, but like maybe not $1.99, maybe like $5, but you're not gonna make a lot. You're not gonna make as much money as you would with like microtransactions, but I think you would. I think more people would buy the games, given that they know like they just pay one time and it's like a fun experience. I think there's more respect to be done there than if you were to have like microtransactions, because we've seen how it can be with certain just with people who would just abuse it and just spend like thousands of dollars on certain games, just for microtransactions. So it really depends on the strategy, and that's why Shy Guy talks about using the same predatory financial practices as all other mobile games. So that needs to change. You hear me, Nintendo? You got to change that, bleep. That's all I got to say about it.
So here's the thing. 2 comments on this.
Mm-hmm.
First comment, one, that's like one step away from the Nintendo CEO telling us all to emulate their games, which was a few episodes ago.
Ooh, yeah.
The $1.99 model is,
yeah, I mean.
2, they tried that. So, I mean, Super Mario Run, they set out a defined price. It was a Mario game, $10. And people basically barfed on it. Like, it just... That very clearly in the mobile space doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
And for better or very, very likely worse, this, like, nickel and dime type strategy of, hey, you run out of energy, pay $1 to get more crystals so you can keep playing this game for some reason. That does work. And so, like, do I blame Nintendo for adopting these practices? No, not at all, because they got smacked on the game that should have been huge for them. And now we're stuck with, dealing with the rest of the world is dealing with. So, I don't know. I don't think that the marketplace is there for a set price game. I just... And it's very, very clearly there for games like Mario Kart, which is making a killing right now. I'm almost sorry to say. But it's good to see Nintendo doing pretty well. It's something that I'm not going to personally support. I wouldn't really recommend other people personally support it, but I can't blame them because, one, they've already proven that the other model doesn't work, and they're proving that this model does work. So, I think I'm kind of taking Sergio's side. Let's just leave it on the mobile side, guys. I don't want to start paying $1.99 to use the boomerang in Zelda or something. Let's if it stays relegated in a space that I don't really care about, I'll be okay.
Yeah, it's pretty ironic how the concept of having a free game and then paying later works better than like paying first and then that's it. I mean, I'm hearing what you guys are saying, but yeah, it's just I just wish Super Mario would have worked. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Daryl here. I largely ignore the fact that Nintendo has mobile gaming, just because I am never, ever, ever, ever going to pay for a mobile game like that, like crystals or energy,
emeralds, rubies, whatever we're on.
No thanks.
Yeah.
So I kind of chalk it up to just something that I ignore, like bad Marvel movies or whatever. Like, it's something from a company I love, sure, but that doesn't mean that I love everything that the company does. So to me, no big deal, because I won't fall for it.
Yeah, and I mean, the positive side of this is that they're actually making money, a lot of money.
That's true.
This way.
Yeah.
So Long term, it's probably better for the company, but let's call that an eyebrow raise right now because if this starts trending into these home console games, then we're gonna have a very different conversation. So you have been warned. Yeah.
Well, we talked about mobile gaming and Nintendo, but there is one mobile game that I just started playing. Call of Duty Mobile. I know. Yeah. I mean, some of my college friends, they were playing it and they got me into it and I played it for about a few hours and that's all I have so far. I did not pay a single penny. Hopefully I will never.
Yet.
Never. Yeah. But yeah, there's old maps from the game and it's actually a pretty decent experience so far. And that's it. That's my spiel.
Nice, but see what happens when, let's say, you play a lot of it and you really like it. Do you ever feel bad if you don't spend a penny?
Absolutely not. No, I don't.
I don't feel bad. I mean, look at Pokemon Go. I still play Pokemon Go, and I have not paid a single penny. And I still play a bit, so it's all good. There are good mobile games out there that are worth playing. Pokemon Go, they just released their 5th generation of Pokemon, so, gotta catch them all. Be the best Pokemon master that never was. And yeah, it's anyway, that's just that's for me mobile gaming. I don't think I'll be playing Call of Duty Mobile like a lot, but it's nice to play.
Cut to like 4 weeks from now. Hey guys, I spent $150 in Call of Duty Mobile.
No. Man, I could have just bought a Switch Lite. No, well, plus some more money, but yeah,
what if they put the mobile game on the Switch Lite? Oh, that'd be crazy.
No, I don't know. I told myself I will never play Call of Duty on Nintendo Switch. I will never.
So cut to like a year from now. Hey guys, I just picked up Call of Duty on the Switch. The Joy-Cons are awesome for some reason.
Yeah, I'm sure they would be. Anyway.
All right. So it sounds like that's actually going to do us for listener mail. We have a lot more listener mail, so we'll do more of this later because these are fun. But I did want to get into one other thing before we start wrapping up, and that is a Twitter question posed early, I think yesterday, about okay, so now that we are all living in a world in which Untitled Goose Game exists and is running rampant across every video game franchise if you go with Twitter right now, what should the next animal/person/object mayhem game be called? I want you to fill in this blank. Untitled blank game.
Ooh. Now, I have to say, I have not replied yet to a tweet because I'm struggling to figure out what to say, but I have an answer. It's gonna be an untitled raccoon game, but it's in the disguise of Donut County 2. Yes,
Nice.
Oh man. Oh, okay. No one's amused. Yeah, it would be Untitled Raccoon Game, but then later on when you finish the game, Donut County 2. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
But that's literally not Untitled.
I know, but it's just okay. It's
It
not
starts untitled.
It's not. It starts untitled, but
Kevin, you're cheating again.
Oh man. Okay, fine.
All right, so Chewy also said Untitled Raccoon Game, which
he did?
Yeah.
Oh,
I would be on board with. I think that might have been the best answer I heard. But okay, Sergio, you as the one who's actually played the Untitled Goose Game, what's your follow up?
It is a kangaroo, as I posted on the Twitter. I think a game where you play as a kangaroo and you go around kicking everything or everyone. Man, I'm there.
I would love to kick everyone in a game. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Does this kangaroo have boxing gloves? Because my opinion of the game is going to really depend on this.
Oh, yes. You cannot take them off, actually.
Okay, perfect. I'm on board. Sold. Yep. All right.
Sign me up.
Sign me up.
But you can't because you have gloves on.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
All right. Beck, what's the better answer?
I said platypus, just because
Oh.
Why not?
There we go.
I like that.
What did you say?
I said Untitled Squirrel Game because squirrels are a-holes and they have crazy lives, and I think that would be great. I once saw a squirrel jump on a poor girl's backpack in college and proceed to defend it from her and about 4 other people trying to remove the squirrel from the backpack for like 15 minutes. And at that point, I formed my opinion of squirrels, and I think it would be a great game. I want to live that experience. So
Nice.
The squirrel
yeah,
life.
that's fine. So just going through Twitter, Shy Guy says Untitled Moose Game.
Yes.
I can see that. I can see that.
Moose are scary.
Yeah. The plural for that is meese, obviously.
Sorry.
Meese.
Moose are scary.
No, it's not. Dragon says Untitled Mole
Jokes.
Game. So Untitled Mole game. So you go around and tear up people's yards. Okay.
Oh.
Sonic King says Untitled Emu Game. Okay. Fair enough. And finally, well, actually 2 more. Swaddle said Untitled Feral Hogs Game. Okay. And finally, our good friend Monty Llama Libre said Untitled Llama Game. Hey,
Yay! There we
very
go.
on brand. I like it.
Oh! Wait. Okay, I have a legit answer. I'm not gonna use raccoon anymore. Untitled Sloth Game because everybody loves sloths.
What would you do?
That sounds
Would you
so
like-
action-packed.
Well, you know what
Would
you
you
would do
mistake your arm for a tree limb and fall out of trees the whole game? Like what?
well,
That's a real thing, by the way.
Okay, here's what you do. You apply for a job at DMV and you you work as you work
This
as
is the plot of Zootopia.
Yeah, I was gonna
All right, I'm on board.
say. Okay.
Well,
Sign.
swimmers, they could swim.
Oh,
That's yeah.
that's true. Sign
Okay.
us up.
Mario and Sloth at the summer swimming games. Okay.
Ooh.
All right. So that was our poll. So
Nice.
hooray!
Yay.
Sergio, you had another question.
Yes. Well, before this week's question, we have a couple of answers for last week's question, which was the ever so awaited question of what color of Yoshi eggs would taste better? So, Dragon told us that he has said this before. Obviously, yellow Yoshi eggs are the best tasting. That is actually my answer, Dragon. You are correct, therefore.
Wait.
I have a serious problem with this question.
Okay.
Grief Mendes told us that it would be red Yoshi eggs because they are fire. Shy Guy says that Yoshi egg consumption is murder, which is it?
Dude, Yoshi can talk. Like he speaks English. Like this is a sentient thing. Like we're talking about. I have a problem with this question.
Well, you know what? I got one for you, Serge. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay. It would be brown and mint color, okay? Because it will represent one of the best chocolates of all time, the Andes. Yes, I love those so much.
Yeah, that's what I usually think of when I think of eggs.
Oh yeah, the Andes mint chocolate. Man, they're so good, but they're so good. I mean, you know, I haven't had one in a while, but man, like, I remember, like, you know, just when, like, my dad and I, we used to take his cars to go car wash, and then after he paid, you know, there's a big bowl of candy, and you know, there's some Andes inside. I'm like, yeah, I gotta get one. I don't say yeah like that, but you know, my mom like, yeah. It's
You
a treat.
totally say yeah like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not when I'm like 6, but I mean, it was really good. It's so good now. But I
No, that was
love
more
Andes.
like yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just say it because then I didn't want to embarrass myself in front of like adults. But
You were 6. You didn't care about embarrassing yourself.
no, the only thing I cared about was getting the chocolates. That's all I cared about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway.
I mean, yeah.
Let's take a break.
Oh man.
All right.
All right. So I'm team murder on this one. I don't know. I don't want to eat a Yoshi egg. One, they just look gross.
What if there's chocolate inside?
There's not. There's Yoshi inside.
I know. I was just trying to divert, or trying to think of a different answer. No. Yeah. Yoshi eggs.
Yoshi is my favorite Mario character.
Nice.
I'm not eating a Yoshi egg. No way.
All right. So now I
Nice,
feel bad
well.
with my answer.
We tried.
But
we
Andy's are
tried.
good.
So
Okay.
I
Now
will
feel
say
good.
that this question was originally modified from which color of Yoshi would taste better. So this is a much better option.
Yikes.
The only problem that I have is that we've never seen so chicken eggs don't all have chicken in them, right? Like there are non-fertilized eggs. We've never seen a Yoshi egg that doesn't turn into a Yoshi, so I got a problem with this question. I'm gonna go with purple because I'm always gonna go with purple, but nah, I'm not doing that.
No.
Well, speaking of question, what's the next question?
Oh, I love this question. If Kirby ate you up, what ability would he gain?
Oh, that's great.
Ooh.
That's my favorite one so far. That's awesome.
Kirby
it.
gained the ability of podcast hosting. Yes.
Oh.
Oh, that's the best Kirby ability. He gets to sit there with a microphone and just talk. That's great. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll have to hold off for my real answer, but great question.
Indeed.
Yeah, so definitely let us know. And with that, well, thanks for listening, everyone. We're going to jump out of here. But you can keep the discussion going by chatting with us on our Discord group. The description for this episode has a link to our Discord if you would like to join. We are also on Twitter and on Instagram as NintendoJump, and we also have a Facebook group. Please send us any feedback you have at NintendoJumpPodcast@gmail.com. The best way to support the show is through our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/NintendoJump, or by leaving a review for this show in your favorite podcast app. We would really appreciate it. This is Sergio, and on behalf of Daryl, Kevin, and Rebecca, thank you for listening, and we hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
The
Nice.
news noise. I like the news noise.
There we go. Had to bring it back.
At some point, we got to make that a real thing. All right.
Yeah.
Bye.